right. I had this dumb disclaimer I have to click off. So yeah, I haven't done one of these in a while, but try my best to keep it short. Just a quick rundown of the old school era. Like see right here, all these like they're all tied into one night. So when the game blew up, it was in like maybe 2000 February, probably the same month they dropped Top Deck magazine. So people, the whole world knew about the game then. So even if you were, people were getting cards in '99. But anyway, it was impossible to get the cards from any of these sets. So you basically the only reason the way you got cards is through trading at school, and it was hot. It was hot the whole summer. Cause I remember like just going store to store struggling to find packs, and it was like impossible. Then around this time, this is when I got luck around base two, which is to me personally a favorite set. You know, a lot of people would like give flack for that, but it's not. You know, I could care less because I got good pulls when I pulled it when I was young, but it didn't get shit around there. Right. This is where it is like God can turn complete dog shit. All right. When this shit came out, nobody was because I believe it was like that that fall. It's like every year that in August it falls off. Nobody had the cars at school. If you came to school with the cars, you were a weirdo. Okay, nobody wanted to like be cool with you, and you know, so like I remember like going to like the mall and buying like 6 packs of Team Rocket, and it was like the most absolute shit pulls ever seen in my life. The only thing I remember pulling was a Dark Blastoise not hollow. Everything else is trash. And the packs were overpriced and charged like 450. So that could have put a bad taste in my mouth and kind of like made me stray away from the game. So I think later that summer, I think we ended up trading for Neo cards or something. But it was the game was way downhill then. It was basically dead then. And then these two sets, like the Gym series, Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge, they came out. Nobody knew. I don't even remember seeing the commercial. I just basically pulled up a commercial like last year that there was one out that existed, which you never saw it because they just stopped showing it in like the area that where they had broadcasting. It just you just didn't see no commercials. You fast forward to the Neo series. All this is a blur. Okay, because Team Rocket cars were in circulation. Still, I think in Counter Strike because I think they were dropping all these around the same time. Because people had to come to my neighborhood to trade to get well, people I had to trade with people from other parts of the city or different cities to be able to get any Neo cards. But like the Genesis is where it completely stopped. I didn't see any cards after that. So all this stuff, they were dropping commercials. Nobody knew about it. Nobody cared. It was just 100. It was dead, man. So legendary collections were low. I don't know who was still paying attention, at this time. Like who, because people hated base set too. Who's gonna stick around for legendary collection? The thing was just comical, right? So then you move on to E series, which is a really not a bad time to miss this because this is like a really unique time. Like some of the most valuable cards, best looking ones came out then, but the game was so dead. No one gave a damn. Nobody was collecting. No one was talking about it. I think that at this point people were in high school, and people just didn't give a fuck. Um, but like you were lucky if you stockpiled this like during high school years and didn't tell anybody about it because if you would have came to school like your freshman year, sophomore, you would got roasted, like hands down. You know, I still want to find out who started that dumb rumor about why it wasn't cool anymore. Cause that really hurt the position of the game. But yeah, like these cards are out. Wizards had a fallout because Nintendo used them to basically do them dirty, come in and like set up. You know, I think they screwed up a bunch of their sets that just came out recently that you know, Wizards like, yeah, fuck them. They're kicking us out of contract, screw their sets, and so they started dropping a bunch of bullshit inside the e-reader sets. You know, they it didn't finish a lot of stuff. So then moving forward, the most notable set out of this gen, I think, is Fire Red Leaf Green. Well, to me, like I don't know anything about this because everybody was out of hobby. I can't recall anybody that was collecting. So all this is as a blur. I don't remember any of this. The Diamond and Pearls, which this is probably like the most lackluster. This is probably the worst generation because I don't. Who remembers this gen? Has elite sets. This is like really when they were suffering. Because you don't see nothing there. All this pop series stuff, don't know nothing about. Okay, okay, so this is the era that I came back around during the it's the post platinum series, pre Hard Gold Soul series era. I thought it was post Hard Gold Soul series, but when I came back, Supreme Victors was the hot set, and I think Rising Rivals was out too. So this is a long time ago. So this is where I make an appearance. So I'm glad I came back. Didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention to none of that. All right, black and white collectors didn't care. Um, you were complaining about base set around at the time. They were saying these sets were lame, but I should have stockpiled this. Took an L there. Um, XY series, possibly the worst generation I've seen in quite some time. There's some high points and there's some really, really low points. Like really, really low. Like I really don't like that gen at all. Sun and Moon, one of the best um, eras. You know, so it has a lot of stuff loaded. It's just a loaded gen. Short printed, yeah, you lost out if you didn't put stuff away. And possibly, arguably, it's probably my most favorite era next to Sun and Moon. You know, it's just completely loaded. It has some of the best sets of all time in here. I don't think you could compare and put these like to the base set. I don't think it's really. I don't think they're comparable because they're just so the generations so they're far split far apart. So there's a lot to go back to, and I can actually go back and pick up stuff that I've missed. And then now we're gonna find we're gonna find out what's going on because starting off I don't know kind of high or okayish, but they're spamming right now. All I know is that the first two sets is a question mark. 151 is shit. Okay, it's basically like another spin-off of Evolutions, but neither here nor there. I'm just gonna let this last gen kind of play out to see what's going on. But allegedly they're dropping like a shiny set, so if it's like what I think it is, like they did like the shiny collection, the radiant sets and stuff like that in the past, it's a good set. It's probably worth picking up a lot. But outside of that, you know, I don't have anything else to say. Just gonna have to let things play out. But I don't know. I might revisit this some time later on to see what happens. But yeah, totally worth it going through all this stuff. But yeah.